Hey you, yeah you. Are you looking for an escape? Maybe just for an hour to laugh, cry, roll your eyes, or even just have a minute to yourself.
Or ever just want to embrace your feminine side, and what better way to do that than have the color pink riding shotgun, as pink isn't just a color, it's a state of mind. Thanks Audrey Hepburn for that quote.
Then look no further. Introducing the new podcast, Truth and Pink.
We're Sarah and Channa, 1979 Gen X, strong. But more Zennials, that forgotten little slice of Gen X with just enough millennial edge to know what TikTok is?
But way too cool to care.
Hey, this is episode 7 of Truth and Pink. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Channa.
And we are coming at you today with a bunch of truth, maybe a little pink and a lot of black. Love your shirt.
Thank you.
Let's give it up for the black.
Yes.
Halloween. Yes.
Look, I think it's the last episode before Halloween, so I'm getting in what I can.
Which you can. Yeah. I love it. I love it. And the red lips are spot on.
Well, this is also like a Halloween. I'm trying to figure out which one of my lipsticks will last longest.
Ooh.
They're all supposed to be like or kiss proof and all of that, but that's not true. That's not true.
Yeah, I don't wear lipstick. I do lip gloss. Mostly it's Carmex.
Most of my stuff is MAC. MAC lip gloss.
Well, I have my MAC the lip glass.
But
I love it. I love it. But mostly it's Carmex.
Yes. Yeah, you love that menthol.
I do. It's so bad for you. It's literally putting petroleum on my lips, and I know this, but whatever.
I'm surprised you have.
That's why I say I'm soggy.
Switched, right?
Yeah, I know.
You're not quite.
Because nothing else works as good as the freaking petroleum.
Quite crunchy. I know you got on me when I told you. Yeah, Cooper and I put Vaseline on our lips every night before we go to bed. You said no.
Yeah. See, that's why I say I'm not crunchy. I'm soggy because
we make our exceptions.
Yes,
that's right.
But
I feel like that's what life is. You go, I'm going to follow this rule, but every once in a while you veer off, and you have to. That's life.
Yeah, it is. Which one thing that we have been following, and we're going to talk about just for a second. We've all seen you done the unboxing for Primal Queen Creatine.
Love.
And I think, I just want to talk a minute about the actual Primal Queen Liver supplements, which I've been doing over a year now. You have been doing too quite a while.
Yeah.
I had to turn you on to it.
Yeah. It was amazing.
This is not a commercial. This is literally us just telling you why we love this product and what it's done for us. So you go first.
So I think I came to you. I was like, what are you taking? What are you doing? What should I be doing? And because as the soggy mom, you like to do a lot of your organic.
Well, I'm also a wellness coach, but yes, a soggy mom.
Yes, soggy mom and wellness coach. My apologies. So I wanted to know what you were doing and what you were taking. And you had talked about the supplements, the Primal Queen, which you can talk about the details of that Primal Queen. Yeah. But I needed my hormones kind of in check. I was starting to have like a hot flash here or there. But my face, I was like, since I turned 40, all of a sudden, I've had the worst acne that I've ever had. And when I say the worst acne, I don't want to be dramatic about it, but I would have it like right here, like in my cheek area. And it would be like one or two. And I'm going, what is happening?
But it was more than you had
ever
previously.
Ever in my life. And sure, it seemed to show up like, those 2 times during the month where you should be ovulating and around your period time. So I knew it was hormonal, but I needed a solution. So started Primal Queen. And I was like, all right, I'm going to subscribe for 3 months. I'll try anything once. So tried it at about the month mark was when I noticed my skin completely clearing up. I drink insane amounts of coffee as a nurse, and so I cut back my coffee intake drastically, and even sometimes don't drink it in the morning. And so my energy is still super high, and it cleared up my face, and those 2 things are a huge win for me.
And you noticed that within the first month you bought, right?
So that subscription has stayed, and then I started taking their creatine. I will get back to you on
Yeah.
how that
Keep us
works
noted.
in a
Yeah.
couple of months.
Well, and I think so it's worth noting, we're one of the only countries, I think maybe there's maybe a few other Western countries, but we're one of the only countries that don't prioritize eating organ meat. The rest of the world, it's actually, they eat a ton of organ meat. It's not out of the ordinary. Here, it just seems to be frowned upon. You hear your parents' story about the liver and onions and whatever, but there was a reason why they were
Yeah.
eating that.
Right.
It's nutrient dense, the things that you can't get anywhere else, and what you're putting in it that's regenerating your blood.
Mm-hmm.
This particular product, though, goes a step further. So it has liver, kidney, and heart organs in it. On top of this is a woman-owned company, woman-created company, and they specifically put in the ovary.
Grease. Yeah.
Yes, which is huge. And for those who don't know, I wrote just a little bit down, but the ovary peptides that it has in it helps with the hypothalamus, pituitary, and specifically the ovaries, which are all the hormones you need for your reproductive stuff to be working the way that it needs to.
Correct. And even though we are starting this peri and premenopausal stage,
Sure.
we need those even
Yes.
more. And so if I can get that from a natural supplement, I'm all for it. Before I start
Yes.
taking all the things, I was
Yes.
trying to start from a little bit more of an organic,
Right.
natural
Well,
source.
and you and I have said this before. We need to be eating our medicine if we can, truly.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to be looking for a pill for an ill. We don't need to be looking for a quick fix, something that's actually nourishing our body from the inside out. I stand by this. Even if I didn't rep it in any way, this would still be a product that I am truly passionate about. So
Absolutely. And I'm thankful that they gave us an affiliate link. Like, shout out to Primal Queen for
yes.
taking a chance on us.
Yes. Yes. But so if you're interested, maybe you just want to check it out, go to our Instagram account, and under the link tree, there's a link there to purchase it, or on our Substack. If you haven't subscribed to our Substack, do so. And if the link is on that every week. And we'd love to know your feedback too. Like, we really want to know, what else is it doing? I really
What
am
do you think?
curious.
They do, I think they advertise that there's like some libido effect to it and
Yeah, they do.
something else. I don't know. I haven't seen any change or difference, but we did get our first link click and the purchase.
Yes, we.
I don't know who you are, but thank you so much. If you have
Well, and we
feedback
want to
for
talk to
us-
you. We want to, we want to hear what you like about it, don't like about it. Let us know.
Yeah.
I'm all about women supporting women, especially this is a company, women, founded, based, totally want to get that out there. And we need to stick together.
We do.
We need to stick together with products that are working.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. All right. So that's for the risk of sounding too commercially.
there we go. Primal Queen.
There we go. So, pink or black day today?
Well, it's been a long haul, so so a little bit of both. Like, I guess my last couple days were starting to be a little bit black. I needed a little pink. Today was my pick me up. I got to sleep in, so that was good. But got some things done. Got fresh eyelashes. I got hair appointment tomorrow. So like the pink is starting to outshine the black right now. But I had to work 6 days in a row. I worked 12, so my energy levels were depleted. But we're back.
And for those who are not familiar with shift work, let me just say, I did it for years. You've done it for a long time. That's all you're doing, and not to put down the people who are working 8 to 5, because I know that's stressful too. But you can still have some activities to do when you're doing 8 to 5 and things like that. When you're working 12s, that's all you're doing.
My day starts
you're
at
12 and then you're sleeping.
Yeah, my day starts at like 5:15 when I wake up and I get ready and I come downstairs and I have, prep my lunch for the day and my breakfast and all that and make my coffee and head out the door, work all day, and I don't get off until 7:30 at night, 7:30, 7:45, and then I have like that 25-minute drive home. Just drop everything.
It sucks.
First thing when you walk in the door.
Right. And then you go to bed, you crash.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I
it
try to
sucks.
be I
So
try to be a rock star. I come back, I sit right here on the sofa and try to be present with the family.
you're like, hey, family that I haven't seen. Yeah. No, it's
Mhm.
hard.
And then they
So
look at me and go, "Okay, mom, you're in zombie mode. You need to go to bed." So,
yeah. And then you have a day of what I like to call the reset day,
mhm.
especially like all those years that I did nights, right? You'd have to sleep
Oh,
pretty much the whole
the whole
next day. Just, yeah.
but my body wouldn't let me.
So,
That was the hard part for
no,
me with the night shift. No, I would be exhausted. I'd come home, be in bed by 8, 10 in the morning, and I could not my body would not let me sleep past, like, 12:30, sometimes 1.
it's so bad, but it's unnatural. That's
Yeah,
why.
your
That's why I
circadian rhythm just
always,
goes, "No,
it's
this is
gone.
not real life."
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, yeah, I struggled. And so I was actually that was when I got into the best shape of my life was last year on night shift because I couldn't sleep. So when I'd wake up, I'm like, well, I'm already awake. Let's do the
Workout.
entire workout. So I'd make sure that I got all my workout in. I'd be able to eat exactly what I needed. And
To
yeah,
be fair, and I think we've mentioned it before, but to be fair, you operate on minimal sleep to begin with.
I do.
The rest of us, when I was working midnights, and I was much younger working midnights, and that literally crash 8:30, I would sleep until the very last second where I'd have to drag my ass out, take a shower, and literally just drive back to work. I like,
And
yeah,
that's great. I wished I could get more sleep because if I most of my coworkers were like that. They could sleep the entire time. And that was definitely not me.
yeah,
I'm awake.
yeah.
But I also
Well,
like was sacrificing, I think, my sleep because then the kids were coming home from school. So I
sure,
wanted to be with
sure.
the kids and spend time with them. How was your day?
Yeah. Oh,
Ask them
shout
all
out
those
to shift
questions.
workers
Yeah.
for sure. Big,
It's
big,
it's
again, not taking away anything from the ones that are working 8 to 5. It's just a different ball game. It just is.
it
So,
really is. But
s-
I love it.
yeah, no, we're all glad you do it.
Uh-huh.
Um, so talking about crazy sleep and shift work and all this kind of things brings us to your um topic today that I think is kind of fitting as far as, live life, right? That's kind of
Yeah.
what your live
Well,
life.
right. So my big thing, I have 2 magnets and I look at them all the time.
I love
Uh,
magnets. I
and
collect
it's
them.
one of is life is what happens while you're waiting for life to happen.
Mm,
And the other one is happiness is a journey, not a destination. And I feel like
100%.
they both kind of go hand in hand because we have to raise the family and we have to make the dinners and plan the dinners and be a good spouse or a good partner. And we have to work and do all of these things. And those are all the tasks that we have to get done. And sometimes you sit here and you get caught up in the tasks and you go, oh, I'm going to plan this when as soon as I make enough money to then we'll go ahead and do this, or as soon as this happens then we'll go and do this. And I think sometimes people keep waiting until the intils, and if you do that you're literally letting your entire life pass you by. You're not
Yes.
understanding that all of these things that you're doing is your life. And if you keep waiting for life to happen, before you know it, you're going to wake up and you're going to be old and gray and wrinkly.
Well, you can still do things when you're old and gray and wrinkly.
I know,
But
but
I
you know what I'm
think
saying?
the
Like,
point is,
I
the
don't
point
want to
is
wake up one
don't,
day and realize that I kept on waiting for life to happen. And all of a sudden,
right,
half my life is gone because I was waiting
right,
for life to happen. So get
right.
up, do the
Don't
thing,
be the bench warmer of
plan the
life.
trip. Don't be the
Yeah,
old guy.
right.
What's your
Don't let
saying?
the old man in. Don't let
Don't
the
let
old
the
man
old
in.
man in.
Yeah. No, and that just is it's so encompassing with like a lot of things, not only for just living life, but our exercise regimens, our nutrition regimens, our like we are obviously there's no biohack to, live forever. That's not what we're doing. But if you can have your quality of life, if you can extend that part, if you can do to where, oh, I have to recover from this surgery or this surgery. No, you're doing things so you're not letting that old man in, so you can go live your life.
Right.
That's the good part.
Right. And I think that I also realized that all of that comes, I need to be taking better care of myself so that I'm around
Too.
for my kids, but for me.
Yeah.
But that, I don't want to have all of these crazy comorbidities when I'm 50 because I didn't do the right things. And,
Right.
look at when we were in our 20s, we were doing some crazy shit. Thank God all we have was regular film.
I was gonna
For
say we don't have proof.
we didn't,
You
I
can't
mean,
prove a
there's
damn
some
thing.
proof, but like it's difficult to find. It's packed
Prove a damn
away
thing.
underneath the stairs. Very few pictures,
Yeah.
unlike
Yeah.
today. And but we had a lot of fun and we did all
Yeah.
the things and all of that damage. I know they say that the damage that you did is we start to see it now. And I think that's true if you
I mean,
continued with
I'm here to talk
those.
about that.
Yeah, if you continue with all of those bad behaviors and bad habits, then you're going to see it in your body tenfold. And I just
Yeah.
was like, I'm not going to do that. I think the only
Yeah.
terrible thing that I probably did to myself was my lack of hearing on my left side. I'm convinced it's from loud music. My doctor says differently, but I'm like, I don't know that I believe you there.
I mean, but of all the long lists that I have, other people have, that's a very short list of things to have to think about. And I will say this, you talk about the chronic illness, autoimmune disease, the comorbidities that you talk about. It, it's not our fault that we got sick, right?
Right?
But I always like to point out it is our responsibility to make sure we heal. And whatever that looks like for you, you need to make sure you're being an active participant in your healing. And I think that's where maybe sometimes there's a disconnect because a lot of times, I work with people that are like, just give me the nutrition plan. Just tell me what I'm supposed to do. Just tell, and it's like, no, you have to show up. You have to be engaged because you're the only expert in you. You're the one who knows you, who knows what you do like. And we all have this narrative in our head of what our plan looks like, whether that's healing, exercise, eating, comes from our values. You have people that are staunch vegans, and that's fine. Whatever that plan looks for you, that's fine. But if you're sitting on the sideline going, just tell me what I have to do, or just give me the pill. Whatever it is, you're missing out on taking responsibility to heal and then being engaged in life.
Yeah.
Even if it's not a huge trip, right? Even if it's not the, trip of a lifetime that, small concerts,
Yes.
little things that are bringing you joy and happiness.
Right. Do the thing that makes you happy. And I think a lot of that is it too, just in all of our talking about cortisol. Cortisol is the stress, for those of you that don't know, is like the stress hormone. And I think that in this community or just in the world in general right now, we don't understand how many people are dealing with high levels of cortisol because they don't realize that they're stressed. We live in an extremely high stress environment. Everything our day to day is so high stress, anxiety. And a lot of times as women, we just go, okay, it's just one more thing to pack on the
Right.
pile, and we just shove it down. And we go, okay, it's okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. You're fine. We're fine. Let's go. And so I think that that's another big stressor, another big thing that is making us unhealthy. And we're just not even realizing that it's almost like a silent illness that we need
It is.
to,
It
that we
is.
need to, and you don't even realize that it's happening. I think I told you the very first time I went to yoga. Did we talk about it on the pod or elsewhere?
I don't know, but say it.
Okay, so the very first time I went to yoga, I didn't want to go. My girlfriend, we were supposed to go to her birthday the night before, and I backed out and I was like, it's too late. I'm not going to go. She said, let's go to hot yoga for my birthday instead. And I thought that sounds terrible, but okay, it's your birthday. Let's
You want
go.
me to go in a box and sweat? I'm sorry,
Ugh.
what?
And I went and I did it, and it's hard because you're grounding and it's very core and centered and balanced, and it's slow. And sometimes, like holding a pose centered, you realize you got some wobble in there. Anyways, at the very end, we're like laying there and just, the couple minutes of meditation, and I just started bawling.
Mm.
The just bawling. It came out of nowhere. And I'm sitting there going, oh my gosh, where did that come
You had a
from?
release. The
I
release valve
needed
turned
it.
on.
I
Yeah.
needed it. And so it was then that I realized, oh, maybe I can join the crunchy girls and
Come on over to our
and
side.
do some yoga. But I still have my hot yoga studio, and I still go do it. I try to get there like once a week. But I do feel that it does a lot for you. And again, that sweating helps get rid of the toxins, and it
Yes.
helps you learn to let go of the mess in our heads. Because as we talked about before, the waffles and the spaghetti, our
Which
brain.
people seem to like that we talked about that.
No, but it's so true. Our
Yeah.
brains, like, I don't know how to shut down at night. I don't just like
Yeah.
put my head on my pillow and just let it go. There is no letting it go. You like
I
start.
think that's really common for women.
Oh, I do too. And I think that's
Yeah.
part of like everything's connected. And so you're going,
Yeah.
okay. And you're like trying to fall asleep, and you're like, all right, I have to wake up in the morning and I have to do this and I have to do that. And oh my God, the car was making a noise today. What happened with that noise? And oh, speaking of noises, the kids are in the back. What am I doing with like everything just bounces off of the next thing.
Yeah.
And I just think that we need to learn to quiet all of it. And so the yoga really kind of helped.
It makes you kind of forces you.
It does,
Yeah.
because you're in a
Well, and
quiet space. You're not listening to music. I mean,
Right.
there is some like melodic music, but it's nothing that has words. There's just,
It's not getting your heart rate up.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it's forcing you to kind of learn to
Sit
quiet the
still.
noise.
Yes. Yeah. Well, and we've talked about that before. And I think, the term stress is just overly used. I keep waiting they're going to come out with a new word for it because we blanket it with everything. But I really do think fundamentally, I know for me especially, I was severely lacking coping skills
Mhm.
for that stress. And so I think if you can find whatever it is that works for you, grab onto it.
Sure. But stress comes in like so many forms that people just don't even
Oh, yeah.
realize. And
That's
that's
right.
why I don't like the word stress, because
Well, and I don't subscribe to the people who say, "Oh, I live a stress-free life."
No.
That doesn't exist.
that doesn't exist.
That doesn't exist. Yeah.
Because you have pressures of being the perfect mom, being the perfect wife, being the perfect spouse, being the perfect friend, being the perfect worker. And I don't, even if you say that you feel that you don't have to be the perfect, any of those things, that you still have some level of. And then driving to work, like I am the worst driver in that I have the worst road rage. Like,
Not you.
me. And so for me, like if you're not driving fast and you're in the fast lane, I'm thinking, what are you doing here? Why are you in my way? So it's almost like sometimes I cause my own stress. And I think as females, we do sometimes cause our own stress because we let our anxiety in. And I wouldn't say that I'm an anxious person. However, I definitely let anxious thoughts sometimes get
Sure.
in and creep in. And so something as silly as, oh my gosh, I'm so mad that this person got in front of me on the freeway.
Joanna got in front of you.
Damn, Joanna. If Joanna doesn't fix herself,
We have issues with Joanna. If you know, you know. We said what we said, Joanna. We said what we said.
that girl.
It's Joanna's fault.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, everything's going to be Joanna's fault from now on.
It really is. Or we're going to get a shirt that says.
Joanna's the new Karen, but like,
Yeah. Well, I think that's why I said the name because Karen's so overused.
it is overused. So but what I love about this Joanna thing, let's run with this some more, is
Okay.
that
Okay.
I was like, I don't even think I know a Joanna. So
I don't
think
either.
it's perfect.
But I feel bad about all the Joannas.
Joanna's, we apologize ahead of time for abusing your name, for putting a negative on your name.
But we
I
said what we
give
said.
you permission to use mine in your circle, okay? Just spell it correctly, okay? It's Channa with a C.
Exactly.
Uh,
No, but I think that, you bring up a good point. Your drive to work. Like all of these different levels of stress that, just like you said, keep piling on, piling on, piling on till we're at the end of our day, we're crawling into bed. Maybe we are doing good with nutrition and some exercise, which helps a little bit, but really the deep sitting still coping skills, like that, we have to make time for that. And that's the hard part.
right. And again, if you don't even recognize that you have these everyday stressors, then you don't recognize that it's doing damage to you, then you
Right.
don't think that you need the coping skills.
Sure. You think you can handle it.
Yeah.
I can handle it. It's just another day.
Yeah. Because we're told, I mean, I tell my kids that they fall, they do something, suck it up, buttercup.
You're right.
You're okay.
Right.
Rub some
You're not
dirt in it.
bleeding from your eye. You're fine.
Yeah. It's just a little bit of blood. You'll be fine.
You're fine. Rub some dirt on it.
Rub some dirt in it. Go walk
Yeah.
outside barefoot.
Right.
Get some
Exactly.
grounding in.
Grounding. See, you know that. And really quick too, I just want to say and I'm sure you can speak more to it than I can, but the actual healing of being in the heat. So there was some controversy that I was a big proponent of cold plunging, and I'm not against it necessarily now, but what they're finding is, because we are energy beings and we have all of the things that are happening in our body, when you do the cold plunging, it's stopping everything. So even if you, like, let's say you've gone to acupuncture, or you've gone to get a massage or something like that, if you're doing this cold plunging, it's actually freezing up everything and taking away everything that you've just put into your body.
Motion. Well,
So again, no, go ahead.
I wouldn't do it after something like that. Never would I say do like a cold plunge, because cold plunging does have a good degree of goodness. Like you're supposed to go underneath. You're supposed to put like at least your thyroid underneath it. It's good for your circulation. But heat moves your circulation faster.
Yes.
The cold slows everything down. So yeah, if you just had a massage, you're supposed to be getting that just got all those toxins out of you. You have to flush them. So
And now
yeah, if you're plunging into something cold, yes. Yeah. One step.
And there's a proper way, right? And there's a proper way to do it. Like everybody that I've spoken to are like, oh yeah, after I exercise, I do the cold plunge. That's absolutely not at all what you should be doing. You should be doing it before your workout, and then you're going to warm up those muscles and do what you're supposed to do. So I just, as a word of caution, people who are doing it, make sure you're doing it the correct way. There is a right way and a wrong way, and you don't want to stop that progress that you're making inside. On top of, they're now talking about too, people that are like eating the cold salads and like things that go into our digestive system that are cold. Obviously, the heat is going to push that through and make it better. You're giving me a weird look.
Keep
Let's
going.
get into it.
Keep going.
But there is this science now where the energy that we have, we want to keep that flowing in our body. So if it's cold, okay, what are you going to say?
So we keep talking about how we want to, and I say we because it's just funny that we both have these visions, and separately and together, like it would be one. But we talk about one day wanting to open up like a wellness center that is a perfect marriage of modern medicine and holistic healing. So again, I think you found an amazing place that I'm so excited for you to get into and then hear about it. Is, we talk about the diet, we talk about the nutrition, we talk about the regular medicine, but then we talk about the yoga, we talk about the acupuncture. When you talk about those Chinese medicines and those Chinese theories, it's funny to me that we're talking about how science has found that sometimes you need to do hot foods and cold foods. Like the Chinese believe in healing. You have, depending on what's happening, you have to prescribe to hot colds for this, warm and cold foods for this. It's the yin and the yang. And I don't know all of the ins and outs of it because I don't practice that or study it, but the fact that we're just now talking about how modern science is finding out that these hold truths is just backs
Yeah.
up the reason why we need to have some sort of a center that's like, yes, marrying those two together, or
They need to be married.
they need to
Yes.
be married.
Yes. Well, and I have said for years now, you know, I have my issues with conventional medicine, but especially in this country, bar none, acute emergencies, we have the best emergency medicine that that you would want. You know, accidents, cars, whatever, you want that attention. It's the maintenance of medicine that we are completely lacking in the conventional side.
Correct.
So we need to marry that acute, maybe you do need a conventional medicine to start out with.
Sure.
But to find a path that you're not on it for the rest of your life, if you don't have to be, by bringing in and I hate to say unconventional, but to bring in the more natural way.
Yes.
To heal,
Yes.
there has to be a place for both, 100%.
There does. And I do think that if you have some place where somebody can go, okay, this is my problem right now. And so on an acute level, I can treat that right now. But you also have to see my dietitian. You also have to see my trainer. You also need to see,
Right.
all
The
I'd like you to
maintenance.
see all of these other people, because if you want to continue to get medicines, my goal is to taper you from those medicines and get you to a more to get you back into homeostasis. And we're
Right,
not going to get
right.
you there with just giving you a pill for the rest of your life.
Right.
Like, you have high
Well,
cholesterol, let's change your diet. Like, if you
Right.
change your diet, there are some people where their cholesterol is just so far gone, they're going to have to be on some sort of cholesterol medication. But you can lower the milligrams if you're doing all of these other things to correct it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Well, and cholesterol's a pet peeve for me. We don't have to get into that tonight,
okay,
but
well,
it
it was the first
I
thing I thought of.
think, yes, no, I got you. But again, I have to take insulin. I would not otherwise be here if I didn't have access to insulin, right? So that is the conventional side. I need to have that insulin, right? But when I talk about my thyroid issues, my Hashimoto's and things like that, there has to be a root cause of that somewhere.
Mhm.
And just saying, again, I can't take the levothyroxine or the Synthroid because it's synthetic, so I take Armour. But just taking the pill, okay, that gives me soothing of the symptoms, but I need to figure out why this is happening, what's going on. And the conventional side is they're not going to work on that.
No.
And one of my other beefs with the conventional side is they're very systematic. They treat the systems separately.
Correct.
I get it. I understand that's the expert of the system that they're in, but I want to go to a place that's going to treat the whole patient, the whole problem, mind, body, spirit,
Yes.
energy, all of it.
Yes. Because there's a saying, the power of positive thinking. And there's something to be said about that. If you sit here in a rut and tell yourself you're in a bad mood and you don't want to do anything and
Then
woe
you
is
are,
me
yeah.
and all of that, those are the feelings that you're creating and sitting in. But if you can sit here and the power of positive thinking, I read this article, and it was for school, but it was literally about this girl who had been a gymnast for like her whole life, and she finally made it to nationals or something crazy, and she had injured herself, but she wasn't going to let that injury keep her from it. So she literally convinced herself that she wasn't in pain and that she didn't break anything, and she was able to compete with no pain for that thing because she talked herself up. And maybe, yes, adrenaline's going and there's a lot of other things at play here,
Sure.
but she literally just convinced herself that it didn't hurt, there was no pain, and she was able to do the things.
Right. Right.
So,
Well, our minds are amazing, right? I mean, it wasn't that long ago that they said our mind is concrete. Whatever is in there, it doesn't move. And now we're learning, no, you could rewrite that neuroplasticity that's in there and change what it, you make a new synapsis or whatever it is. You can do all these different things. That's pretty remarkable that we can do that. That's pretty remarkable, right? And I just want to say too, when we talk about people maybe starting their health journey or any journey, really, especially I refer to myself just because mine has been so bumpy and up and down and whatever. But I remember when I first started, and just so people know, I didn't start out getting into wellness coaching because I wanted to be a coach. I wanted to educate myself and I wanted to just heal me. And then I was learning all these things like, oh, I need to scream this from the rooftops. And a lot of people already knew it, but I didn't. And I felt like I needed to put it out there. But I remember one of the people that I worked with early on, and he was a coach, and just kind of learning from him, it was a great thing. But he would say something to the effect of, people always say, I would do anything for my kids. I would do anything for my kids. Would you take a bullet for your kids? Absolutely. I would take, like, whatever I need to do for my kids, I would do. But when you ask them, would you get healthy for your kids? That changes their complete perspective.
Right.
Because now it makes them responsible for their choices. And somebody's watching you. Right? And so when we talk about our mind and what we're doing, obviously, yes, do you need to do it for yourself? 100%. Otherwise, you won't stick with it. But if you're talking about your kids and being around, and I would do anything for my kids, would you get healthy for your kids?
That's a hard one. Because I know somebody who we told her, you need to not eat as much junk food as you eat. You need to drink a little bit less. You need to stop smoking. You need to do these things. And, oh, but you want me to give up all of the things that are fun for me or that I like? Yeah. Yeah, because I would like you to live longer for yourself and for your kids.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and just that saying right there, you can't, I think you said this the other day, you can't look at it as I'm giving up something. You have to change that and say, I get to.
Yeah, I
right?
get to.
Oh my God, I have to work out today. No, I get to work out today.
I get to work out today. I did not get to work out today, but I did get to sleep in.
Okay. Which you needed. I mean, come on, let's give some grace. Let's give some grace.
Yes.
But yes. I mean, that damn Joanna's going to haunt your nightmares, so you have to get sleep.
I need a shirt.
Yeah,
I need a shirt. Decided.
Exactly. We said what we said, Joanna.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think when we can change that perspective, whatever. And again, I speak a lot to, routine and nutrition and exercise and things like that. But you could pretty much apply this. It's applicable to all things. It's just that mindset. And there's a lot of people in the industry, and I know you know this, they talk about discipline and you have to be disciplined. And that's great. But I find if you don't know your why, if you do not know why you're doing, and it's not just, oh, I'm getting in shape for a wedding that I have coming up, or I'm getting in, those are short terms, but you got to go deeper. The layer has to go deeper. Is it to be longevity for your kids? Is it to be so you're not having trouble sitting on the floor playing with grandkids? Is it like you have to go deeper, find that why, and put it visually somewhere so you know why you're doing it. And that will help you get your discipline. That will help you get your routine. That will help you. Otherwise, you can beat yourself up all day long. I have to be at the gym at 8 a.m. It doesn't mean you're going to go.
Correct. You need to find the drive and the motivation. And somebody said, oh, you just have to be motivated. Okay, well, I need something behind driving that motivation.
Yeah, motivation runs out.
Yeah.
Motivation is, look at New Year's Eve. We all get motivated around New Year's Eve because it's a new beginning and we're so excited and we set all these intentions and those are great. But by March,
Yeah.
we probably haven't stuck with it. It's not because we weren't motivated. It's because motivation isn't enough.
Right. And then people talk about the discipline, and the discipline comes with it. But again, I think, like you said, at the very end of it, you need motivation and you need discipline. But what's driving those are
Right.
the
What is your why?
goals and your why. Yes. What
Yeah.
is like, yes, like my to look sexy naked. Like
Hey,
that's
a good why. That's a good
so by the
why.
time I turn 50, I could be like, dang, look at that girl. You know,
Yeah.
which is still quite a few years away. We're not aging me. I'm just saying, like, I hope
Is it?
that don't stop. Yes. I hope that I can look at myself and be proud. And
Yeah,
that's part of
right.
it too. Like I don't want to be the type of like mom that my kids go, oh, she can't do that because
Right. Right.
I don't.
And that kind of brings us full circle back to, we don't want to have to wait to be in the best shape of our life, or we don't want to have to wait to engage in something or go somewhere. But if we're continuously working on this all the time, those things that come up, I'm ready, coach, put me in. I'm ready. I'm ready to do this. Now, I'm doing a 5K on Sunday. 3 years ago, I couldn't do that. I couldn't. The year before that, though, I did a Ragnar and I kicked ass, but then I just totally tanked. And so now I'm back into, doing the thing. And I know you think it's crazy. I actually enjoy
running. You said you enjoy running. I don't understand.
So it's not running. Okay, let's be clear. It's jog. Like I'm not a runner. I'm not running.
No, and I understand that. Like when I tell my kids I'm going to go out for a run, I'm not like hitting the pavement full speed. Like we're talking.
Yeah.
But it sounds silly to be like, I'm going to go out for a jog, or I don't know. So
right.
I just feel like
I'm moving. Look, this is movement.
We use the word run very
casually. Yeah.
All of the things.
Yeah.
But I'm not out there sprinting. So yes, when you're running a 5K, you understand you're kind of going at a steady jogging pace.
Steady pace, yeah. Which I did the same thing. It was a steady pace for the Ragnar. I was not running either, but there were a lot of women who were, and kudos to them. I was just doing it to say, hey, I did a Ragnar. Like,
well, I am so proud of you because you keep trying to convince me to be on your team, and
I will get there. I will get there.
Yeah, okay, good luck with that.
Come on, truth babes. Put the pressure on her to do the Ragnar. Get out there. Tell her.
Tell me to run. Give me motivation to run.
But that's going back to, I certainly didn't wait to say, oh my gosh, no, I have to have a, 11-minute mile. I have to make sure that I'm in the best. Like, I did the Ragnar, and I think my mile at the time was, 16, 17 minutes, but I did it, and I didn't wait. Like, you just have to go out and seize the moment and do it. Yeah.
I agree. You're never gonna feel like you're ready.
You're not. You're absolutely not.
So
no.
Hey,
want to start a podcast? No, well, I don't podcast. Come on.
Right. So do the thing, book the trip, take a plunge.
Yeah. I mean, just do it the right way.
Yeah. Do it in the right order. just do it.
Yes. Because we're not sponsored by Nike. We're not affiliated with them in any way.
I don't want to be at the end of my life and say, I wish I would have.
Yeah. I wish I would have done more.
Could have.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to look around me and go, you know what? I am fulfilled. I did this. I did that. Yes. I participated. I was here. I was there. I don't want to live life with regrets.
No, be a participant in your life for sure. Whatever. And even the smallest thing, right? Getting coffee with a friend. Don't put it off. Don't be like, oh, she'll always be there, or we can do that next week. Like, Life is so precious. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Go make the memory. Go do the thing.
Yeah. So call your best friend and
Oh,
your
I
grandma.
because, in my world, she has no other friends. So whatever.
I am always here at your beck and call, unless you call me at 3 in the morning and then I don't
Right.
hear it.
It's silent and your hearing
It's
aids
on
off. I know.
silent. But
But
my phone's
same.
on silent. I'm
Right.
not hearing
Right.
anything.
No. Well, and I try very hard not to sleep next to my phone. Like, that's a whole other crunchy mom thing. I try very hard to put my phone in the other room.
I heard that your phone's supposed to be in the other room.
Yeah, I don't. Well, one of the biggest reason is because of my, as you like to point out, my cortisol levels that are off the charts.
Mhm.
I wake up 3 o'clock at night because that has something to do with the cortisol.
Okay.
And I have to literally restrain myself from getting on my phone and scrolling.
Sure.
Because then I'm, blue light activates the brain. I'm on now and whatever. If I have any chance of going back to sleep, any chance, then the phone cannot be a temptation.
Yeah. They make these screen protectors. I want them so bad. There's a red light screen protector.
So you don't even need that. I have a filter on my phone that you can turn it to red light. And there's a shortcut where you just hit the button on the side and it makes it red. But it's still scrolling. So, but yes, I put it because it's part of the circadian rhythm. So you just change it when the sun goes down and it's all red. I'll show you. Yes. I'll put up the instructions so everybody can do it.
Yeah, because I was going to spend the $44 on the red light.
I mean, you
screen
still
protector.
can, but
Because
there's a filter on your phone.
Of red light therapy, and I was like, all right, if the blue shining through the red gives me some sort of like red light therapy as I'm on my phone, then I am here for it.
Yeah, no, there's a filter on your phone.
All right,
I say
you'll have to tell me all about it.
Get the expensive filter, but you don't need it.
Okay.
And then, like I said, it's a shortcut you put in your phone, and so then you just tap 3 times your power button, and it'll go to red, and then you tap 3 times again, and that goes back to the nasty blue light.
All right, put up the instructions so that everybody else can see it, and you can walk me through it later.
Okay. All right. Any other favorite things you want to talk about? I know we put in our Substack. I want you to talk a little bit about these sugar-free mix things that you use.
So I am trying to watch my calories and my macros. One of the biggest things is in my coffee, I like to creamer. Who doesn't? I think there's like a sign that says I drink coffee so that to enjoy my creamer or something to that effect. While
I don't drink coffee, so I don't know.
My husband definitely drinks a ton of creamer in his. And anyways, I was just like, this isn't good for me to have this synthetic garbage creamer. So I found Jordan's Skinny Mix.
Because you're crunchy on the inside.
I am partially crunchy. So Jordan's Skinny Mixes, I found them. They're absolutely amazing. So I use them for my coffee. So they have coffee like flavored ones. So like my favorite is like the toasted marshmallow. I think they have a voodoo this month, which is like a cookies and cream. It's so good. I get like Irish cream. And so those are like my basics. So my counter looks like a mini coffee bar. It's kind of cute. But then I also get some flavors for my water because sometimes when I'm drinking, I try and drink at least a half a gallon or more of water a day. Sometimes just drinking straight up water, it gets boring for me. So I like to add a little flavor. So they're mermaid flavor, which I don't even know what flavor profile it is.
What does mermaid taste like?
The profile, the flavor is up there. I don't remember the profile. I want to say it's like pineapple, guava. I don't know, but it's mermaid. Good on, pretty princess. It's like mermaid. So anyways, but they have all these like fun. They have pina colada too, but they have all these other, and again, they're like zero sugar, and I don't want to know. Maybe I do. I don't the sweetener that's in it. I don't know, but I love it.
We're just blowing right past that. We don't
right past that. It's my guilt-free like sugar substitute because it comes in all these flavors. So that's your go-to. My go-to.
Okay. And we're not affiliated with them, just so everybody knows. We're just telling you guys what we like, what we don't like. Because I want to know what other people are using too on all fronts. So
you don't use talking about. You don't do the coffee, but
I don't do coffee.
Also, so then like sometimes I'll buy the plain Greek yogurt, and then I
was gonna say
add those pumps, a couple pumps to my plain Greek yogurt, and then I flavor my yogurt to whatever flavor I feel like today.
Which that's probably good. Because plain Greek yogurt is nasty.
I know, but like I use that a lot of times, like in my recipes in place of sour cream.
Sure. No, I eat it. It's just you've got to definitely doctor it up.
Yeah, you got to do
whether it's like honey, blueberries, something. Shouldn't be eating tofu.
I don't.
It's soy. I don't. Shame.
Strike that from the pod. We're not gonna talk about that, okay?
No, I mean, we're always looking for fun, new stuff. Let's try. So send us your stuff.
What's your fun thing for the week?
My fun, so I splurged.
Tell me.
You know, I'm obsessed with Outlander, right? I'm just obsessed with Outlander. I can't even.
I love it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'm on too.
Oh my gosh. There's just no, I mean, if you can fall asleep dreaming of Jamie Fraser, then I suggest you do.
Fraser. He's a Fraser.
Yes. Fraser. So I found this tartan cardigan on Reformation, and it was really expensive, but I love it so much, and I cannot wait for it to get a little closer to Christmas. I might even wear it.
Have you worn it?
I don't know. Not yet. No, it was 90 here today. No.
It's okay, crazy. But you've put it on, so it's like,
oh my God. It's cashmere. Cashmere. There's a picture of it on the Substack.
Okay.
I absolutely love it.
Cashmere is warm.
I know. But it was the tartan thing. Like, who doesn't want to wear the tartan? I do.
I guess in like a cold, Christmassy type thing.
Which it doesn't get cold here, but I don't care. I will wear it, damn it. I will wear it. So that was my splurge.
Okay.
Christmas
I love
thing
that.
To me.
So a Reformation.
Online, reformation.com, I think. Yes. Okay. Super cute. But yes, they're a tad pricey. And this was 100% cashmere, but it was the tartan, and so I don't care even if I have to drape it over me when I sleep just to be under the tartan.
All right, well, I want to see photos. We want to see photos.
Okay. Yes.
So when it gets cool enough, you're gonna have to model it for us so that we can see all of the things.
Yes. Was it not hot there today? It was like 93 here today.
It was. Like, do you see what I'm wearing? And then I'm in like a short little black skirt.
I've got the air on though, so I can make because it has to be ice cold in my house. Ice cold.
No, I had the windows and the doors open, but I had to shut them because otherwise you'd hear the dog over me. So
poor dog. All right. So that is episode 7. I felt like we were talking to people, like not just you and I. We were like having conversations with.
Yeah, that's the goal, right?
Right. Follow, listen, subscribe. Tell us what you're watching, what you're liking, what you're not liking.
Yeah, we can do a whole episode on things I don't like.
Oh yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, and Primal Queen, love.
Yeah. So,
all right. Well, that is it. Truth babes, we love ya.
Peace out.
See you later.